Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my overall thoughts on the La Mer a Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation Broad Spectrum SPF 20. So this does have SPF in it, which it also has titanium dioxide. So this foundation does oxidize a little bit, not much. As you can see, I have used quite a bit, and you guys know I posted a picture of this a couple months ago, and I kind of wanted to really use it before I gave you my overall thoughts, and of course how this foundation compares to my favorite Chanel Ultra Le Teint foundation. And this is also significantly cheaper. Don't mind the color of this bottle. This is my summer shade, which I haven't gotten any sun, so, you know, yay COVID. All right, so I'm gonna start with a couple of pros. This foundation blends really well. It is like a semi matte, so this is gonna be really good for those of you with really dry skin or normal skin, and you're looking for like a matte foundation, long wearing, that's not going to dry you out. But for me, that was a con, because I have oily skin, so I felt like this foundation didn't control my oils as well as my Chanel foundation. The next pro is that it builds really well. So if you put on one layer and that's not enough, you can go ahead in with a second layer and it builds up really nicely. It is sweat proof. I can attest to that. I have worn this foundation to work out. I have worn this foundation in the middle of the summer here in Florida, where it is scorching hot. The foundation doesn't crease, which is really good. I'm just looking at my notes down here because, you know, it's a long list. And it does really last all day. It doesn't really transfer onto your clothes or anything unless you like rub your face and then, you know, it'll come off. I mean, it's not magic. It's not waterproof. It doesn't claim to be waterproof, but those are pretty much the pros on this foundation. You also get that like La Mer secret formula, you know, that formula that they have in their moisturizer that everybody raves about. You get some of that in this foundation from what I've read. Now, if we're going to compare this to the Chanel foundation, which is also an all-day comfort ultra wear flawless foundation that is matte, my personal opinion, I still love my Chanel foundation 10 times better. This foundation does oxidize a little bit, just like the La Mer one does, but this is $120. Let's take that in for a second. Let's breathe it in, let's breathe it in, let's exhale. I didn't pay $120 for this, okay? I'm not crazy. But I did get this on sale. So I got this for $90. It was like 20% off, and it was like my one chance to try this foundation so that I could even be able to review this on my channel. Thank God I did not like this foundation as much as I love my Chanel foundation. These are going to be the reasons why. Number one, $120. I mean, you have to be rich. The second reason, so I use one pump of my Chanel foundation, and that gives me a nice light coverage. Light to like hitting that, like almost like, you know, between light and medium, you know, with one pump on my entire face. I need to use 2 pumps of this in order to get the same effect from this. one pump of this is like, you don't really get that much coverage. So for it to be, you know, considered a full coverage foundation, there's not, I think it lacks a little bit of coverage. I need to use 2 pumps on my whole face to achieve like the same effect I would get from just using 1 pump of my Chanel foundation. Again, that's just my personal preference. If you really like that like almost no makeup, like that no makeup look, then you probably really would love the La Mer foundation. And if you have dry skin, you'd probably love this foundation. But for those of you with oily skin, this is not gonna do as good of a job as the Chanel foundation will do. This really does help keep your oils at bay a lot better than this foundation. And let me just kind of clarify what I mean by coverage. So 1 pump of this is not enough for my entire face, as opposed to 1 pump of this is, and they dispense the same amount of product. I think this foundation is just, I guess, has a bit less coverage. Another reason that I will not purchase this again is this smells so bad. I mean, I don't mind makeup that doesn't have scent, but this smells bad. It has like this strong chemically like smell. No, not for $120. So at first, when I had first purchased this, I thought that I got a dud, because when I smelled it, I was like, oh, that doesn't smell healthy. And so I actually exchanged it for a new bottle. That's apparently what it smells like. So if you don't like scent in your makeup, you're gonna really hate this foundation. The scent doesn't linger, it goes away, but still, it doesn't smell nice. The other thing that both of these foundations have is there's a limited range. I feel like there's only 28 shades, I think, in each of these, and I think that there's a lot more room for expansion with shade range in this foundation. So that's not really, you know, something that, you know, was great about either one if we're really gonna compare. And to be completely honest, my Chanel foundation is $60. This foundation is $120. And for me, my personal opinion is that this foundation performs a lot better than this one, just because of my oily skin, my type of skin. So if you are somebody with oily skin and you really want something that is going to really help you with your oils and without making you look like you're dry and that flat matte, I totally still recommend the Chanel Ultra Latent foundation. My summer shade is BD41, and my shade my normal shade in this is BD31. In the La Mer foundation, I purchased neutral, which is number 22. However, for some reason on the bottle it says 220. I don't know why. They all, I mean, when I exchanged it, they both said the same thing. I'm not really sure, but anyway, it's the color neutral. This is just like my normal shade without getting sun. I would actually have to shade up if I had a tan, which I don't. So yeah, I still recommend this. It's much cheaper and I think it performs well. I have to use twice as much product with this to achieve that seamless look. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain this one more time, because I kind of really want to be super specific about what I mean. So 1 pump of this, when I put it all over my face, I get light coverage and I could still see my skin and I can still see some of my imperfections, but I feel like it neutralizes my skin tone a bit more than this. I have my veins are very green. So I need a foundation that obviously is going to neutralize a little bit my skin tone to, you know, kind of make everything look even. With this, I need more product. I need 2 pumps to achieve the same look I would get from this in 1 product, which means that 1 pump of this looks like I literally don't have any foundation on. Like literally. Like I, like kind of like if you were to put on like some sort of like CC cream, you know? But then at that point, I might as well just buy a CC cream, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining myself correctly. But that's what I mean. So if I have to use twice as much product in this than this one, and this one's significantly more expensive, I mean, this is like double the price. Well, it is double the price. I'm sticking with my Chanel Ultra Latent all the way. I've tried the La Mer moisturizer, and my opinion may be totally unpopular, but I wasn't super impressed with the formula. It was a bit thick for me, and I think that's just because I have oily skin, so I can't wear like very thick moisturizing creams because it just doesn't work well with my skin. But anyway, that was my quick little review on the La Mer Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you like these little mini review videos on 1 product. I had to dedicate 1 video to this foundation because, like Kathleen Lights would say, that's expensive. Okay. I am wearing that foundation on my face right now, but I obviously set it in bronzer and highlight and all that, but it's not my favorite, guys. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, it is not my favorite, and I won't be purchasing this again. I actually got this off of the Neiman Marcus website, in case you guys were wondering, but you can buy this at any department store. Anyways, if you've tried this foundation and you feel the same way that I do, please leave me a comment down below. If you have any questions, I will try my best to answer them, and I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you so much, and have a good day, guys.